wanna die.
Getting a period can sometimes be tricky, and often we're taught to hide the fact that we're even on our periods.
Yeah, 'cause it's fucking disgusting and no one wants to hear about that.
It never happened. But why? It's the human body, damn it!
From now on, whenever I have to take a shit, I'm just gonna be like, everyone, I'm taking a shit.
So with the help of artist Sarah Levy, we're taking period shame and flipping it on its head.
It's Ladylike, and today we are painting with our menstrual blood.
How the fuck is that ladylike?
Ladylike.
My name is Sarah Levy. I gained notoriety for my portrait of Bloody Trump.
I gained notoriety for being absolutely insane.
Sarah, thanks so much for being here and showing us how to paint with our menstrual blood.
Thanks so much for having me.
First of all, what gave you the inspiration to decide to like, oh, you know what? I bleed every month, and that's my paint.
It was mostly being outraged at his statement.
So some guy called shit gross, so I was like, you know what, I'm outraged. I'm gonna paint a portrait of him in feces.
About Megyn Kelly, that she was just asking tough questions because she'd been bleeding out of her wherever. It's sort of a stab at all women for menstruating.
Why did she have to say out of her whatever? This isn't like a G-rated thing.
I felt like that needed to be called out and stopped, and that like humor would be a good way to do it. I came home one day and was on my period. I was like, oh, that's how to do it.
In order to paint with our period blood, I have to collect my period blood, which means that I have to use a menstrual cup for the first time. It's gonna be impossible to get out.
What I learned is that you just have to like do a Kegel basically to get it out. And that was the key.
What I was
Like,
telling
that's
you.
it.
You're a strong woman. I believe in you and the power of your vagina.
All right. This just in, my Diva cup has been in for 3 minutes and I already feel it leaking.
There was one time I shocked myself. I went to sleep with my menstrual cup and I woke up and it was full. It sounds like a fairy tale, but it's true. At least that gives me a reason for having these cramps because I filled up a cup of blood.
I hate my life.
When I painted Bloody Trump, like I was, excited about the painting, but I was also like equally as excited about having figured out how to use the cup.
Since I've been using a Diva cup, I've gotten very up close and personal with my menstrual blood.
That shouldn't be a good thing.
You know, when you're taking a bath and you're on your period and then you like have a little clot floating in the water.
There are times where you take the cup out and then you just get those like long membrane strings of blood, kind of like pulling cheese.
And I can't eat cheese ever again.
I would like to like spoon up the clot and like take it in my palm and kind of just see what it's made of.
You're just solidifying the fact that you're crazy.
It's kind of cool that your body can make all that stuff. Just embrace that cheese pull. So we have to use a menstrual cup to get our blood, and then what do we put it in?
I just put it in any sort of glass container.
I like to put mine in a wine bottle to confuse people. By the way, I don't menstruate, so don't go say that I do.
I did the first transferring. We lost some troops, but most of them made it to here.
And then I just store it in the fridge until I'm gonna use it.
In the fridge. I don't have anything animalistic, and now I have my own primal ooze just sitting in my fridge.
Primal ooze.
About to empty my shit. One of these mason jars is wine. One of these mason jars is my period blood. Which one is it?
They copied me. That's my joke.
So when painting with blood, is it just kind of like a one-shot thing? Because you can't really erase it, right?
That's what I thought, and that's how I painted Trump. But since painting it, I've learned that you can actually erase using saliva, which is super awesome.
Yeah, so just lick it.
I can handle any bodily function, but I cannot handle spit.
At this point, I don't think you can complain about anything.
I can't even date someone with a juicy mouth.
Whoa, they found my face reveal video.
So what are you guys gonna paint?
We decided to go with things that we rely on when we're on our periods. So I'm gonna be painting chocolate chip cookies and peanut M&Ms.
And I can no longer eat either of those either.
Fabulous.
I think I'm gonna paint a glass of red wine and maybe like a moon in the distance.
Beautiful.
Because I think that all women are witches and the period is a reflection of that. I hope my period picture doesn't smell though, because I've been collecting my blood and it smells.
Our crew is just sitting over there watching us.
Covering their noses, might I add.
I wonder why they're covering their noses.
So do you have any like tips or pointers for us as we're like going into this?
I think the main thing is just to have fun with it, explore the blood as blood and not just any other red thing. Figure out how can you use the clots or the mucus.
I think I need a barf bag.
Oh, I
Yeah.
could use my clots
Just
as,
have
the,
fun with it.
as the chocolate chips.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's really good.
Whenever you're eating chocolate chips, just remember that.
I'm fully aware it's 10 a.m. and that I'm drinking red wine.
I think people are already judging you enough, so I don't think they'll care that you're drinking.
Can I have a... We all leaned into the fact that it smelled awful.
Oh, it smells.
Do you smell it? It hit over here, yeah, it did. It smells like eggies.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Oh my God. I've never seen that before. It's dribbling. It looks so fresh.
That little drip makes me want to vomit.
There have been times that I've drawn something and shown people and they laugh because they genuinely think it's a joke, but it's not.
I hope that this is a joke.
Making the first stroke. Ah! Taking that first tampon stroke completely changed the game for me.
I still can't get over those jars.
Ooh, clot.
This is proof that tampons don't absorb shit.
Oh,
This is my blood, it is my life.
Please stop reminding me that it's blood.
This feels weirdly normal. Oh, got a good little chunker.
It shouldn't be normal.
Wow, we really just collected our blood and did this.
When you realize what you've done.
Who made the fruit? I had no idea you could do that.
This dude looks terrified.
And it kind of made people guess and it made them interact with period blood, which they probably have never done that before.
You should rephrase it to, hopefully they've never done that before.
I was a little shocked when some female coworkers were like, ew.
You shouldn't be.
I don't know what I was expecting. This isn't it though. This is great.
I love how you're just by yourself.
People who enjoy this are by themselves.
People were pretty on board with it. We work at a very accepting place.
Unless you're a white male.
I mean, it makes me really disappointed about what I've been doing with my period blood. It never looks that cool.
No, it's not cool.
I'm working up an appetite.